Hey guys, Money Maniacs coming to you today. We want to do a little something different. This is going to be a part one of a two-part video. As you can see down below, we're talking about silver stacking, the pros and the cons of silver stacking. Now, as you know, we believe that no silver is junk, no silver is wrong to go with. But if you're like us and you're stacking on a budget, then you might want to think of some things you want to go with to the things you don't. Now, in this part one video that we're going to do, we're going to show you all the all the pros of stacking different items. I have them in sections because of different reasons, and we'll get right into that. Over here, we have it because, as you know, we stack on a budget. We stack on a $200 a month budget. Sometimes we get a little more, things of that nature. What you see in front of you here is all the constitutional silver, or what some people call junk silver. You have your Ikes, your Kennedys, your quarters, your silver nickels, your wartime nickels, and then we have the Roosevelt dimes. The reason we're showing you this, because if you guys are out there and you're stacking on a budget, this might be something you guys want to lean more towards to get ounces in your stack, because like this Barber dime here, the 90% Kennedys, the Walking Liberties, you know, this is like $1. These silver quarters here are like $3 a piece. The 90% halves are right now in today's market about $5.50 a piece. So that is more doable for people that are on a budget, that you guys can start filling up tubes. As you can see, some of our tubes aren't all the way full because we're doing the same thing. I buy so many and put in the tube until we have full row or full tubes. Or you could, excuse me, you can come over here, and another pro would be, if you want to go with this, is fine. Or you could come over here and start getting into your 1 ounce bars, your bullion. Think of this, this 10-ounce bar here, that's a bullion bar. You know, if you're on a budget, you might have to save up for that, because it's literally about $170 in today's market. This here is not bullion, it's a 1 ounce silver dollar. But that's another way that you guys can get started on a budget. Now, if you're like us, where we leaned in more towards the collecting part of it, we still go with the bullion, the constitutional silver and everything like that. But if you start getting into more stuff of this nature, where this is what they call your collector part of your silver stacking, then you're going to pay a little bit more of a premium. You're not going to get as many ounces in your stack, things of that nature, unless you just get unbelievably lucky. Where this back here, this $100 bar here, is 4 ounces of silver. Now, 4 ounces of silver in today's market would be right around, you know, $60 or so, give or take $1 or $2. I got this for $80, so obviously I paid a little more than a silver spot price for this because of collector value. Same with everything in the NGC and the PCGS, because they're all graded and they got collector value on top of them. We paid a little more than what just the silver spot price would be. But when you go to sell them, they have that collector value on top of it, where you can get a premium back. You just kind of have to watch your market and know what you're doing with that, so you don't go and lose money. But again, it's up to you guys for as part of the collector value of this. This over here is just another thing that ties into the collector value. Whereas of over here, we have a 2016, you know, 1 ounce silver dollar. But then over here, I've got 9 of them and a collector's pack. So that actually just raised the value of this up because it's in a collector's pack. But that could also go back down depending on how the market fluctuates. And just like the wartime nickels, I got a bunch of tubes. Here, I'll bring them over. I got tubes of wartime nickels in here, but I also got a wartime nickel plaque of one of each mint and year. So it just really depends, guys. There is pros, like I said, there is pros and cons to this when it comes to you get into the collecting part, you get into what they call the numismatics. That's what this panda would be here, this maple leaf up here, this Star Wars over here that she's pointing out. Those are numismatics, again, with the collector value. If you're just getting silver, just to get silver in your stack, just to see how many ounces you want to get, you want to lean more towards over here, guys, for get more money for your, more bang for your buck. You want to go with your 1 ounce bars, your 1 ounce rounds, maybe your 5 ounce bars, 5 ounce rounds, your constitutional junk silver, as people call it, things of that nature. That's going to be what you want to do. You're going to want to lean more towards this because you can just put that away and have silver in your stack, and you know, there's no collector value on this at all. There might be a little bit of collector value on like these Walking Liberties, some of these Benjamins, because of certain years, things of that nature. Or you get into the Peace dollars, the Morgans that are all 90% silver, your Barber quarters. Those might hold a little bit more of like a collector value because of certain key dates or things of that nature. But in the end, it's just going to be ounces of silver. The cheapest way to go is going to be right here. We did tell you this is it's going to be a 2-part video. We were just showing you all the pros on this video of what, you know, it would be the best route for you to go if you want to get into the collector's part of it. But when you go to sell it, you got to find that person that's willing to pay the collector price, so that way you're not losing money. Over here, you're not going to lose money. This is the easiest way to get in and out of the store. You take a roll of this. This is a full tube of silver quarters. That's 7.2 ounces. They're going to weigh it. They're going to pay you whatever today's market is. You go to sell it for 7.2 ounces and you walk out the store. Now, if you go into like a coin store or a show or something and you're taking something of this nature, or you're trying to take this in and you tell them that it's 9 ounces of silver, but you want $300 for that because it's proof, it's collectors, then you got to find that right person that's willing to pay for that. So again, that's where you get into you have to find the right people. But we'll get in more of that in the second video, guys. So we just want to know your thoughts. What are you guys into? Do you guys like more of the, you know, getting in and out of silver, like when you want to go sell it? Do you guys want to take your time and sell it to the right people? What we're doing it for is to get ounces in our stack, but as I've said before in other videos, I'm leaning more towards the collecting part of it, just because half of me is doing it for investment and silver ounces in my stack, but the other half of me is doing it for the collector part as a hobby. So that's where we're at with this. So guys, if you guys like the video, if you guys want to start a discussion, what do you guys like, what do you don't like, leave a comment below. We will talk to you all day long about silver, money. We're, like I said, we're money maniacs. We do a spectrum of everything. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and guys, until next time, this is Money Maniac signing out. Have a good day.